It's another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Golficity. We're going to be recapping the TaylorMade driving relief match yesterday. We're going to look ahead to the match 2.0 with Tiger and Phil next Sunday. We'll be adding holes 13 and 14 to the Pin High Golf Course. And, of course, we'll cap it off with a par 3 of embarrassing golf moments. So let's get into it. All right, it's episode 29. All I can think of is the Todd Frazier episode.
29?
29's a tough one.
I think it was number 29.
Yeah, he was with the Yankees. Xavier McKinney's going to wear 29 for the Giants.
Wow, nice. Anyway, live sports kind of back. Golf kind of back. We had the TaylorMade driving relief match yesterday. Rory and DJ won it on hole 19 basically, but they didn't really play the hole. It was like a 120-yard KP closest to the pin.
Pretty controversial.
Showdown.
Like honestly, I thought Matt Wolf's ball was like closer, but like it just looks closer by the image they showed. But
well, yeah, because they're doing because
his ball's like pin high and Rory's ball is short.
Angle. Yeah,
but like
I'm not a fan.
No, it was all the way around. Rory's ball was pin high. Wolf's ball was short.
Or short, yeah. I don't know. It's tough.
People sleep. Ricky really choked that.
He hit it
17,
right over,
18.
yeah.
Oh, no, 17 missed the putt.
Except then again,
18.
Ricky was also carrying the team. Like, can we like he could not hit it as far as any of those guys, but his short game was so on, and like he was just
he was
playing smart.
Okay,
I thought it was hilarious
also
how every time he made a putt, he would like pump up the crowd and like he always said like, oh, I need my speaker, like because like literally the commercials were going on where he played a speaker like if he made a shot like there's what were those commercials for? It was like Bose, Allstate. He'd have the commercials with the speaker, and then like he said in the match like at least twice like oh, I need my speaker with me after I make that putt. Like it was. I thought it was pretty funny. Like after you would see the commercial, you would just do that.
I mean, let's be honest. There was a lot of Ricky. Like if you think about it, he was on every other commercial. Like they would be like in the match, and then they go to commercial, and Ricky was in the commercial. Like all of them.
Nobody's gonna remember Ricky though. Like during the match, like everyone's gonna remember Matt Wolf hitting absolute bombs. And
Ricky didn't say anything.
Ricky didn't do anything at all.
Yeah,
it was just Matt Wolf. It was Matt Wolf hitting bombs. Rory did all the talking pretty much, and like DJ was just having DJ was probably having the most fun, to be honest.
DJ played. He didn't even play well. Like DJ made like one putt the entire time.
DJ played terribly. He put 4 balls in the water.
Yeah, true.
But he was the most relatable during it. Like literally, Matt Wolf was like, "Can you put that to the left?" He just like shoves hard with the putter.
Or
did that today.
He's marking his ball. He just drops his mark down like where he thinks like the ball's like around.
It's just if the pros are gonna do that, the pros are gonna do that. Then like when you're playing your Sunday match with your buddies, like it doesn't really matter if you like.
It was
just barely miss your marker.
Put a T as his marker.
Down, yeah.
Also, just like
that's
them
the ultimate,
all carrying their bags.
Yes, that was like weird. I would say using a T as their marker and like them carrying their bags and like is the ultimate like. Just casual Sunday golfer.
The best was when they went to the 19th hole, which I think was just 17 again at like a shorter distance. They all got in their own golf cart.
Yeah,
and all drove up in 4 golf carts.
That was funny.
Can I just say that was such a dumb way to end it? Like,
it was
the fact that Ricky and Wolf like had a pretty commanding lead all throughout the back 9. It kind of seemed like. And then that hole's just worth 6 skins and $1.1 million. Like you might as well just give whoever wins the last hole the match.
Which whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like in the end, everybody wins because whatever they donated $1.85 million and $1.15 million to like certain like organizations and stuff, and like viewers like I'm pretty sure like viewers chipped in and raised over $3 million, and then there was other like
over $5 million,
over $5 million.
Other incentives too, like people were like chipping in like more like per like okay right. Like this hole is gonna be worth actually 125 million, like that.
Well, yeah, no, people kept like random people kept like going, like CEO of like Rocket Mortgage was like put in like $100,000, and then like Mike Tirico and Bill Murray each put in like 25 grand or something. Like
Bill Murray's interview was terrible.
Oh, yeah,
that was awful.
He sounded like Dustin Johnson.
Honestly, I don't think Bill Murray is very good with technology. Like,
or just with it.
Or with
it looked like I couldn't tell if his like screen was like, I know his screen was like slanted, but I couldn't tell if it was like
slanted. It was serious or funny.
Like at any moment it was gonna like fall on its side and like.
Well, I didn't know if he did that on purpose or if he like was actually like unable to like put his screen like straight.
Oh, I'm sure it's just him just unable to put his.
Yeah, he's just weird.
I'm sure like.
I'm sure like a bunch of other stuff. I mean, it was the NBC. It was the NBC coverage, so like it kind of just felt like a serious golf event. Like it was the same like commentators.
I will say, watching like I watched like the pre-match and then I watched the start of it, and like hearing Mike Tirico's voice come on the screen just gave me chills, just because I haven't heard that. Like it brought me back to the days of him commentating like football for ESPN. Just like, oh my god, like this is like
he did a pretty good job of interviewing both Trump and Bill Murray, even though Bill Murray was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly love to see a conversation, just be a fly on the wall, of like Bill Murray and Bill Walton.
I was gonna say Bill Walton. That's the first person I thought of when you said that.
That would be the craziest conversation.
People sleep.
They wouldn't be talking about the same thing. They'd be talking about two completely different. They'd be having conversations with themselves. Pretty much.
Yeah, no, they definitely would be.
It'd be hilarious.
People
Bill
sleep.
Walton would be like, yeah, so there's 11 countries in Africa that start with the letter B.
And Bill Walton can name all of them.
I can't believe that guy's on live TV like for college basketball.
Oh, he's
awesome though.
I know he's awesome, but like who let him there?
It's the 10 p.m. Pac-12 game.
Yeah.
But anyway, people sleep. Mike Tirico did the entire thing from his home. Like he wasn't even there, and he it didn't seem like he wasn't there, but he wasn't there.
The room he was in his house was pretty cool too, like the badges from like the Olympics and like Sunday Night Football and like all that.
The commentators really had no clue where the balls were going. They'd be like, "Oh, that one looks good. Oh, nope, it's in the trees." Or
they did. And it was one of the holes. Like it was like Ricky hit like a shot, I think it was Ricky hit like a shot, and like it was like the announcer said, "Oh, it's just right of the hole. Like should be pretty good." It lands like 2 inches away from the hole, like to the right, and like they're like, "Yeah, it was a couple inches away from the hole." Yeah. There was like they didn't really know where the ball.
At least they had like ball tracker, ball tracer, and stuff. Like they were only, like nice. I think they only had they only had 5 cameras.
Had that, though. That if they didn't have that, we would have no idea. Like we would have no idea where the ball was. We have no idea where it was going on. Like
whatever. And just like another thing about DJ, like he's not made for these types of events because like he would hit his ball before like anyone like the camera could get back to him, and like his ball he would just like hit and it's gone. Like no, we missed his shot.
Yeah,
pretty much. And like they would come out of commercial and he would have like already hit like he hit a ball like in commercial, and they're like, okay, now DJ is like right in front of the green now.
Yeah, they're still like they're like Wolf will hit a shot and it'll pan back to Wolf like cleaning his club and be like, wow, what shot from Wolf, and then you hear the sound of DJ hitting the ball and like you turn
exactly.
Whenever they're
that's classic DJ.
Yeah,
whenever they're just during like a normal PGA Tour event, like Brooks Koepka, I'm pretty sure there's a clip of like Brooks Koepka hitting a tee shot, and while the ball's in the air, he's like looking at it, and DJ just comes up behind him and like tees up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And like DJ doesn't when he hits his shot, he doesn't watch it. He doesn't watch his shots that are good.
DJ like just like is a fast player though. I feel like he's just like gets in and gets out, kind of like Brooks Koepka would. If
like when DJ hits like a bomb drive, he just like picks up his tee like before like he even finishes his swing. Like he just knows it's right down the middle, and he just like doesn't even look at it.
Exactly. Even though it wasn't right down the middle every single time.
Well, yeah.
And even though Ricky kind of carried the team in terms of like score, Matt Wolff brought out the absolute boom sauce all day.
People didn't know he could hit the ball that far.
I was amazed at how far he hit the ball.
356 yards on hole 2, and on hole 14 he hit 368, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think statistically he has like some of the fastest club speeds like in golf, pretty much. Like he gets up fat. He has faster club speed than Rory does, which is kind of crazy.
I loved his shoes. Those were sick.
Yeah, shoes are great.
Oh yeah, those
tie-dye
are sick.
shoes.
I'm pretty sure they
Dude,
auctioned
Ricky's
those
tie-dye
off.
shirt was sick.
And what about the mustaches?
Matt
Wolf looked. Oh my
Wolf
god.
had like a Fu
Wolf
Manchu.
Wolf looked terrible.
It was funny though.
I was with my girlfriend. We were watching the match, and like I said like, oh, like that's Matthew Wolf. He's pretty young. He's like, and like she looked up a picture of him. He's like, oh, he's like pretty handsome. And like they show him on screen. I'm like, wait, that does not look like Matthew Wolf. She's like, yeah, that's not the. She's like, yeah, that's not the picture I see on Instagram right now. But it was literally
Probably
like,
just
that
did
was
that because Ricky has the
that.
stash. Like,
I mean, I thought it was
the
kind of
reason.
funny that they both did it, but Ricky has a stash. Like he always has a stash though.
I was waiting for Matt Wolf to just like drop an F-bomb on TV. Like I was getting ready for it, and then like he just didn't. But like he was getting there because he was missing a lot of putts early.
It felt so weird that like these guys are all playing. They all seem like they're such good friends, and like Rory, DJ, and Ricky are all like 30 or at least, and then Matt Wolf's just there. It's like a 20, like our age, just like just casual, just like
okay,
fitting in with all those guys, hating it further than all those guys. Like that's ridiculous.
I mean, Rory was trying to like
he's
chirp
doing
him
that
too.
21 years old, and I'm just trying to hit it in the fairway at 21
Like he hits the first long drive, and Rory goes like, "It'd be a shame to mess up a shot like that." And like he didn't even win the hole. I don't even think.
I think it was the third hole, and Rory shot it across like the fairway to like the sand dunes and said like Matt, good job social distancing in this hole.
Yeah, and then Matt Wolf chirped DJ and was like, "Is this a waste bunker?"
Yeah, that was. No one really got that, but I was like, I heard that. I'm like, oh my god, that is like the biggest chirp you could possibly have on someone like that.
Yeah, I mean. Go back to Rory. I heard like Max Homa say this, and I agree with it. It was like, I don't know why everyone thought that like, or thinks in general that like the whole match should just be like back and forth, just chirping. Because like when Rory did it on like, was it the first hole where he like
I think
went
like
on
the
his
second or third hole.
Yeah, he went on his little thing about how he won $25 million. And
no, that was later.
So
that was much later. Yeah, that was
the hole. The first hole.
25. Oh no, it was.
I think that was the hole that Matt Wolf had the long drive on. I think he just had the chirps for that one hole. Like, because I'm pretty sure Rory won the hole, but Matt Wolf had the long drive.
Whatever. Either way, it was like really forced, and I feel like the better chirps were like the ones that. Where Matt Wolf like missed the putt. I don't know if you saw this, and was like, "Oh, that moves so much." I started at like right center, and DJ's like, "No, dude, you started at left center. It just wasn't a good putt."
Like DJ kind of those backhanded like little, like chirps.
Like that wasn't him
like
forcing
passive aggressive chirps.
That wasn't like a forced thing. You know, Rory had that in his bag.
You know Rory, like he's that kind of guy who's like thinking like 2 days before. He's like, okay, I'm gonna say this in this hole after someone beats me a long drive. Like Rory's thinking way too much about this. He's trying to force way too much, which is exactly what you would expect from someone like Rory.
It took him a little bit it took him a while to get that out. The
it did, yeah.
2 FedEx Cups.
He was like thinking about it. He was thinking about the whole putt too.
Yeah, before it dropped, he already started talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. What else? Just other than like the chirping and everything. I mean, it was just good to have golf back.
It was good to have golf. The course was great. Honestly, I think I texted this when we were talking about it. Just the like intensity of it. There really wasn't a lot of like intensity. No. Like they could kind of just like miss a putt and be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, DJ missed a putt to win. He's like laughing. He's like laughing it off. I'm like,
there just wasn't there was no intensity.
I get that it's fun, but like, and like it's kind of cool to watch like these guys like play golf for fun out there, like just like casually. Like it's kind of like okay, like they're kind of like us, but like, you would have expected toward the end a little more intensity and just a little more like grinding out, and like that'd have been cool like to see them like celebrate after like a big putt like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so anticlimactic when they were like waiting to see if Rory's was closer than Matt Wolf's. He was like, let's go.
they're like, yeah, nice job, air 5. That's what like you said, air 5. I'm like, oh god, Rory, no, please.
Rory's
whatever.
become that guy, that like 30 whatever year old that
I didn't realize
he's social distancing jokes.
Yeah, he's the dad joke guy. He's the dad joke guy on tour. He's like probably worse at dad jokes than Kuchar.
Is he married? He's married now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's married now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And
the course was amazing.
Yeah, I liked 15 a lot. The double fairway where you like had two options, like you could go down the.
Was that the one where Ricky Fowler laid up basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Ricky left. Everybody else went right.
Hit driver off the deck.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
He hit a good driver off the deck too.
And he still didn't get there.
Right.
Yeah, he was short, but I like the idea you have two options, like going either way. And 18 was a cool hole too.
18 was cool. 17 was I like 17. Like most of the course was very cool, and it was like cool. It was like elevation in Florida.
Yeah.
And kind of like Pinehurst, kind of feel like the tabletop. Greens.
And like there wasn't really any rough. It was just like sand. Like if you went left or right, there was like either water, another fairway, or like these just like big like sand patches.
Yeah, sand. Yeah, it was cool. I like the course.
Yeah,
and it's one of like the top like 15 courses in the country.
I know it's nice
like,
seeing a course that you don't see too often, like just like on TV with like all those like drone shots and everything like that, like blimp shots.
Like before yesterday, I knew Seminoles was a good course and like it was like a really private club. But like after seeing it yesterday, I'm like, wow, that's like really really cool course.
Whatever.
Really,
and Pat brought like, well, they ever have like a PGA event there? Like, well, just keep in mind that Ricky played well. Like the only thing I like said like back to that was like, well, if they have an event there, this is the home course to like a lot of pros. And a lot of pros play like the pro like amateur event there or whatever. Like there's like a pro member. Yeah, pro member. Yeah, and it's like
it still plays just as hard though.
Obviously it is a very tough course, but like
the only problem like they can't fit like the reason they're doing like this and like they're doing like the Walker Cup there like next year like because they can't put like you can't really put like stands like and stuff like that. There's no room to put like stands or like a big like concessions tent or something.
Yeah, there's no rough. It's just like one big links.
There's no property like that.
Yeah,
it's just
not
like,
a huge property at all.
No, it's not. Because you don't do anything but play golf. Like there's no food.
But it definitely is a beautiful golf course.
Oh yeah, it is.
But yeah, it'll just be nice like that. This basically starts off what will be a pretty good like streak of stuff because we have the match next week at the Medalist Golf Course or whatever it's called, and then June 11th is everything hopefully starts back up. So
I can't tell you how many commercials I saw for that like first event like and like by the end of the match I was like okay like I've heard this guy say their names 10 million times.
This is the most the Charles Schwab Challenge will ever be hyped up.
Oh yeah.
History
definitely.
of the tournament.
I wonder how many people like. I wonder what the ratings were on this.
Charles Schwab's got to be ecstatic that they're the first tournament back. Like they're like going to be the most.
They were probably pushing for it.
Summer.
I feel like not that many people. Like I know a lot of people watched it, but like I feel like it wasn't as trending of a. I mean, it was huge on golf Twitter. I feel like this one's more for golf fans,
right?
And the match is more for like everyone because you got Brady, Manning, Tiger, Phil. It's more like household
mainstream
names like for everyone, not like people who aren't even golf fans per se.
I did find it weird. It was on 3 different channels. Like it was on Golf Channel, it was on NBC Sports and NBC because like there's nothing else on. So
what else are you gonna show?
What's the match on? TNT.
TNT. Yeah, it's gonna be the
great,
TNT.
It'll be EJ.
Yeah, maybe Charles Barkley makes
an
Chuck.
Appearance. If Chuck is there, that'd be awesome. I would love to see Chuck.
That was awesome last year. But before we move on to a little bit of talk on the match, I have a little spiel about Charlotte's Web CBD. We just partnered with Charlotte's Web CBD, and the sleep gummies they sent us are awesome. The sleep gummies are formulated with natural ingredients to help you get the rest you need when you need it. Infused with melatonin, they support regular sleep cycles and promote a better and more sound sleep. Go to www.charlottesweb.com and use promo code PINHIGH. That's PINHIGH for 15% off your purchase. Help the boys out. We could all use some revenue, but also
I love the packaging.
The sleep gummies are also just awesome.
I still haven't tried them yet.
I love the packaging.
I'm gonna try them tonight for the first time. And it looks like, from what I've heard from Patrick, they're fantastic.
I mean, I started using them probably a month ago ish, and like I'm sleeping so well.
These things
Good.
look
I need.
the packaging
Also,
looks
for
sick.
any lady listeners, from some product testing from me and Jeek, it seems like my sister and his sister both knocked easily off of one, but I don't know. I don't know if I can say that about it, but
No sweets before bed is usually a good idea, but with Charlotte's Web sweet gummies, you could have an exception. That's literally what it says.
The raspberry, honestly, they taste pretty good.
Yeah.
I would love to see that they also have like lemon, lime, and honey. So
yeah, go buy all 3 flavors and
go buy all 3 flavors.
15% off. Promo code PINHIGH, no space.
You've been sleeping well for months. You'll be happy about it.
Oh yeah, and they got a bunch of other stuff. So go check that out. Help the boys out. So the match this Sunday. Tiger and Peyton are minus 225, and Phil and Brady are plus 170. And I want to root for Tiger and Peyton, but it's really going to depend on who I bet on. And I feel like there's just no value with minus 225.
No, there's not. I feel like same with like this past weekend, like the value is an underdog. Because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like Peyton could have like the worst day of his life and shoot like 120.
Yeah.
Like with the it's so like.
And plus, they're doing alternate shot on the. They're doing alternate shot on the back. Yeah. Like that's like even more
they could shank
question. Yeah,
they could literally shank it. Like it. Yeah, it comes down to who gets like luckier, pretty much. Like those two. I guess that's it. And like Tiger and Phil do their thing, but
I don't know. Because they're taking the best out of the drive first. So obviously, say you take Tiger's drive. Then Peyton has to hit
like a 150-yard
shot. Yeah. Like, he's not putting that like on the green.
Pin.
No,
like
most of the time. Like, what was he's like a 6 hand? Like, if he's like a 6 or 8 handicap, he's probably hitting the green. But maybe 50% of the time, especially on a course.
Yeah, he's probably just not even putting it on with like backspin and stuff
like
the
that.
pros.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how the greens are going to play for this. I have no clue, but like. It's just like it's interesting. I'm more interested in this just because of the amateur aspect. Like I want to see how good Peyton and Brady are.
I think it's going to be tough to gamble.
The format makes it a lot better. Imagine if like Wolf, like if the guys this past weekend did alternate shot, like that'd be more interesting than them just getting 4 balls in like 10 feet of the hole and them all missing the putt.
The thing with like skins, like we learned today, like I wasn't even like. I didn't even play the best golf today, but with skins, like you're always in it. Like if you lose a hole, like the 2 others just tie it, and like you just keep going.
All you gotta do is
you
like
just win 1 hole or 2 hole, then like you win a bunch of skins.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it worked with that. Like they won that 1 hole at the end, and they won it all. They were pretty much tied. Like
alternate shot, they're gonna have more pressure on each other, which will be more fun. It'll be more of like a team aspect.
Oh yeah, and I would like to see like when Peyton's like setting up a shot or a putt or something, and Tiger's out there like caddying for him. Like I think that's interesting. Like that aspect of it is a cool thing.
Are they carrying their own? I'm assuming they're carrying their own bags.
They have to be. I'm assuming.
All right, Tiger.
I would assume
Tiger better be carrying the lightest bag in the world. Like,
I mean, he probably will be. What does Tiger need in his golf bag besides his clubs and like 2 balls? Not even 2.
That's right.
Probably just
they're probably gonna have like a cart. Like I heard like during the match yesterday, Sunday, they had like literally a cart following them with like food and like stuff like that. Like,
Ricky was snacking a lot of the match. I realized I saw that. Like Ricky always had food in his hand, like at most parts of the hole.
Give me. I want to see a picture of like Tiger with like a Bloody Mary in his hand, like on one of the holes or something like that.
That'd be funny.
Phil with like a transfusion. That'd be hilarious. Like there's like walking down with like
that'd be awesome.
Like a paper, like a plastic like cup or whatever.
I could already see like Peyton like hitting like having a couple bad holes and just being like, all right, get me a beer.
Give me a beer. He's walking
loosen me up a little bit.
They have an official beer sponsor. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, they might play better, Brady and Manning, if they have a couple beers in them.
Yeah, like considering they're going to be on national TV in front of like millions and millions of people. I mean, like they might. There's a lot of
pressure. Obviously, with the whole like COVID and all that stuff, like they're not going to have like too many people on the course. But I think it would be hilarious if like you gave Charles Barkley like one of those like like
Oh,
antenna things, and he's just following them like behind with a mic, like just walking down the fairway with them.
He should be the one interviewing them, like as like they're walking down the fairway. Like,
That's what I said.
In between
yeah, like
shots,
that would just be so funny if Charles Barkley was following them.
I feel like as it like pertains to a prediction, you gotta go with the fact that like Peyton and Brady like aren't gonna have a huge effect on it, except for the fact that on the back, obviously it is alternate shot, and if I think it will be close between Tiger and Phil, so it honestly could come down to them at the end, and I feel like Peyton's playing a lot more golf than Brady recently.
I mean, yeah.
From what I've heard, because Brady has to prepare for a season.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Peyton's just like doing whatever he wants to do, pretty much. He's playing like he's just probably down in Florida every day playing golf, like the past like year and a half.
And the other thing, this is Tiger's home course. Like, not that like Phil's a great golfer, but it's Tiger's home course. Like, and if you're playing your home course, you have.
I bet Phil plays it a lot too.
I'm sure he does.
I bet he does.
And the thing I thought about last week, which like you kind of like brushed off anyway, because like Tiger's home course, like Phil is like pretty sick at scrambling. So like if Brady hits a bad shot, like on an alternate shot, like Phil could just like scramble onto the green like pretty easily. I mean, Tiger could probably do the same thing, but
if he's like gets a good shot, like if he's in a bad spot, hits like 3 or 4 feet, like that's no guarantee Brady makes that putt too.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying, like Phil's sick at scrambling.
I'm looking forward to that.
I want to see Peyton and Brady put Tiger and Phil in like bad spots just to see what happens.
It basically comes down to who plays better between Peyton and Brady. Like that's it.
Yes,
you could pretty much throw them out for the front 9 because I'm sure they're not going to get a low score on the front 9. Like with Tiger and Phil playing, like it's probably just going to be all them.
I would love, because obviously like so it's Monday, and I don't even think when this comes out on Wednesday like full bets will be out, because like all like the hole by hole bets will be out, because they weren't even out on the TaylorMade driving relief until I think
day before
Saturday or Sunday.
I feel like that's always how it is.
So I think it would be interesting though if they had like a closest to the pin, and like Brady and Manning's odds would be so
That's
low.
what I was thinking.
But so like I would be betting on them at like plus like 1,200 or like at
and they
least.
hit like the lucky shot of their life.
Like Manning like holes out.
Yeah. All you have to do is get like one of those, and like you win like $200 or something like that, and you're set.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be so nice when like actual golf is back though, because like you're gonna have the intensity, you're gonna have like all the guys showing out, and all the guys like really like excited for once, because like when you think about it, they haven't not played golf, like any golf, for this long their like whole entire lives since they started playing golf. So like it's easy, I bet, for a guy like Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson to get in like a swing of things where you're pretty much playing like a tour season. Like you're playing almost the whole entire year. There's not a huge off season where it just gets repetitive, but now this break could like give them, I don't know, an extra little something
like gear. Yeah, that's something that also comes to mind like thinking about this are the guys who played in these events. So like obviously last week Rory, Ricky, DJ and Wolf, and then Tiger and Phil. Do you think they have an advantage going into like
I don't think so.
Real golf season.
Because they're just basically playing like a round of golf.
Because it is competitive golf with cameras following you and stuff. I get that's like a fun round.
But these competitive, like this match and the match like that was yesterday, like they're basically doing like their own like Sunday little like get a game.
If they do, they have a very insignificant like slight.
Well, because you could tell yesterday.
You could tell that DJ did not prepare for this. Yeah,
they were rusty.
DJ took 40 days off at one point.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like DJ did not prepare for that at all. You have
to take into consideration the people who live in like Arizona or people who like live in states where you can keep golfing. Like Max Homa has been playing like a ton, I think, in Arizona, and like guys like that, like guys who live in Las Vegas, I think, like Colmar.
I think the guys who are fighting for tour cards, like they're probably still playing a lot.
Yeah, they're probably grinding.
Just because they need that, like, when that first term comes back, they like, this is like their opportunity to be like, okay, maybe they've taken some time off to relax, and like, but we've still been grinding. I need to play well here.
Betting on one of like picking those guys for like DraftKings and like betting on them, which should be like interesting.
I feel like the whole first tournament back is like you're gonna have no idea who's gonna win.
Who you know?
Maybe Brendan Todd goes on another run and wins like 7 straight.
Because the field, because the field's gonna be great, and like 2, like people are like no names. I guarantee you a no name's gonna finish in the top 10 that we have absolutely no idea who he is, like a Henrik Norlander or something like that's gonna finish top 10.
I don't understand like keeping your tour card for this year is gonna be like the whole like how you get a tour card and stuff is gonna be interesting because it'll be a lot less events.
I don't know what the deal with this.
I don't know how they're gonna do that, but I mean,
what's the Corn Ferry? Is the Corn Ferry tour coming back soon? Like, is that coming back the same weekend?
I mean, probably next week or the week, probably the week after next week, because like we were talking about like VJ.
No, I think it's just the same as the Charles Schwab because isn't what's his name? VJ
he didn't qualify for the Charles Schwab.
He's playing
same week.
Sawgrass.
Same week. Yeah. That should make sense.
That's
right. But yeah, I don't know. Should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, where is the Charles Schwab? Is it in Texas?
Texas. It's at I knew the course too.
No. I can think of the name.
I'm blanking. It's called like the something. I feel like.
Colonial. It's at Colonial Country Club.
Oh,
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
It's at Colonial. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see just like how that plays out when they all come back. So yeah, we played a little bit today. We played a little bit. We played a skins match today, just in light of the driving relief skins match. And Jeek took the dub. 8 skins to 7 skins to my 6 skins.
Honestly,
to be fair,
I got a lot of strokes, but like I didn't really win a lot of holes with like the strokes. To be honest, I just like tied a bunch of holes of strokes. Like, when it came down to it, like I won on 18, I didn't get any strokes. I won on 16, I didn't get any strokes. Like, I actually got lucky on 16 because I chipped in from the bunker. But
right when you were about to hit that, I was like, it was on an upslope. I was like, this is kind of your shot.
Yeah, those are my favorite bunkers. Like,
the bunkers were a nightmare for me today.
If I get a ball at the top of the bunker with like a 60-degree wedge, like that's my wheelhouse. Like that's when I think of going.
Pat's distance out of the bunker is probably like 150 yards.
Well, so you get in the bunker. You get in the bunker on
220-yard shot out of the bunker.
Yeah, I about to say you get in the bunker on 9 and you hit it the top of the ball and like you hit a great shot because like it's a fairway bunker. But then you get into a greenside bunker and you do the same exact thing and you just skull it over the green. Like you just got in that like mode.
Well, on 11 you scolded like over the green. It's like okay, like you hit like a little bit too much ball. 12 you just like you hit it like 150 yards over the green.
Oh yeah, I hit it 150 yards when I had like 30 yards.
Into the bikers by this random
bike just comes out of nowhere after
like
that.
A motorcycle, like just like guy and girl on
a motorcycle, not a bike,
out of the woods, like literally out of nowhere,
like up a huge hill too.
And they just stopped, and I was like,
yeah.
Are we having a moment here? Are we having a moment? I was like, this is
like ball goes down and motorcycle comes out. Like I was so confused.
It was so weird.
Speaking of stare downs, we had this guy. So we're in the parking lot, and we're close to our tee time. First of all, I mean, like a single pulls up, and we're like, okay, we might as well have him go in front of us. We're a threesome.
Like he'll probably just want to play through anyway.
Quick. Yeah. Little did we know that this guy would be playing like 2 balls every hole, like
marking his ball
from like 2 feet, taking like a full minute, no joke, and to putt like a 3-foot putt, and take like 10 practice swings.
It also doesn't help that he was hitting the ball like 100 yards off the tee every single hole.
Like he was going 50 yards at a time on every hole. Yeah. Like every shot was 50 yards, but like play your game. But like you just can't go slow if you're going to do that.
I will not hate on anybody for not being good at golf. Who cares? Like golf's fun.
No. But if you're bad,
it's not him being bad at golf. It's him taking forever, plus not letting us play through. and
just
worth threesome. Yeah, and that was crazy. We were like waiting on the every tee for like 5 minutes. I'm sure everybody
just a single in front of us.
We
got to 16. We got to 16, and the threesome behind us was waiting at the tee with us. Like we had 6 people at the tee waiting for this guy.
Yeah, so like I'm sure everybody can relate to this. It happens way too often, to be honest. Like I don't know how this happens so often. Like how people are this ridiculous.
Yeah, and he also like one hole I hit my ball like over time, kind of like where he's like walking. And I swear to God, he hit my ball because I could not find.
Yeah,
my ball was right over there. I could not find my ball.
No, yeah, he was like, no, this is mine. But
he was a complete asshole about it. Like I was like, oh, like what kind of ball is that? He's like, oh, he's like, it's my ball. I'm like, is it Titleist 1? He's like, I'm playing Titleist 1. Like it's my ball. I'm like, okay, like
whatever.
Okay, I'll leave you alone.
And on hole number 14, not that really matters. It's a par 3. He like does his whole like routine, like putting 5-foot putt and like taking 2 minutes to do it, blowing it.
He
like
putted the ball like 4 times on the green, like as a single by himself, like was putting everything out.
And so he has his like push cart for whatever reason, not like barely off the green. He has it like all like
halfway up the fairway,
30
like
yards
middle.
off the green in front. And so when he's like walking back to his ball, I'm like, or to his push cart, I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm just gonna hit. I hit it a good 20 yards away from him, like not close at all.
It was never in danger.
It was not. It was not close. If it was closer, we would have yelled for. I thought about yelling for it, but I'm like, okay, it's not.
Like it's not gonna hit him. Like he could see it. Like he's looking at us.
This guy just mean mugs me.
And I don't think that was gonna stop if I didn't say anything.
And puts his hands up, and I just put my hands up like a little like passive aggressively, just like that, and just mean mug him right back. And we're having an intense stare down for a solid 5 to 10 seconds.
I'm like, let's get this show on the road
at least. And Jeek, of course, ruins my Wild West like stare down. We're about to have like a gunfight. Until Jeek said sorry.
Well, if I didn't say anything, like how long were you just gonna like sit, like he was just gonna stand there for like 10 minutes?
I'm so petty that I would literally stare at him.
I would have stared at him.
It got dark.
Like I just wanted him to like go to the next hole.
Like the ball wasn't near you.
Because like he was playing at such a slow pace. I was like, well, if no one says anything, like we're gonna just be waiting for 20 minutes of the next hole, and then 20 minutes of the next hole. Like let's just get this going. Let him like walk up and hit his ball the next.
He was
hole.
like, you could have waited for me to like leave. It's like, we've been waiting on you all day.
Yeah, and you
like don't leave your push cart halfway up the like fairway or the greens like way up. Like we should have the right to hit. Like,
and then anyway, next hole, I didn't even see this, but I was 150 out, and he's walking off like.
He's
walking like pretty much out of sight, like off like the green, like probably a good from the pin, probably a good 20, 30 yards away from the pin. And I hit my shot, like I'm not even thinking about like where he is, because like I'm like, okay, he's way, like I'm not gonna hit him, he's way out of the way, he's way gone. My ball lands on the far left side of the green. He's still walking the far right side. I didn't even see this because I was like cleaning my club, and apparently like.
He just stopped.
Said, like, oh,
he just stopped and looked.
And stared
and like you hit
again.
your ball like kind of on the
like,
green. Like it was like you weren't even close to him. He just stopped. And
no,
like, well, you're out of the picture. Like you have the right to hit.
Yeah. Like we're waiting. Like we're waiting.
And whatever. And then 16. Then 16. You get to 16. There's a blind tee shot, and there's a button there. You press the button on one end, it turns red, and then when you get to the other end, you press the button, it turns green. So you know when to hit. So you don't have to like go down and see like who's on the green. He didn't even press the button. We were on his ass the entire day, and he didn't press the button to turn red. And like we were just sitting at the tee box. We were like, well, like we know he's gonna take an hour on the green. And, like the people come up behind us, and they're like trashing on this guy too.
They disappeared. We didn't know where he went. So I mean, I guess
that worked out. I think we might have hit up on him on that hole or something. Like even though none of us were like even really near the green, like there must have been a ball that went near him, and he was just like, "Screw this! I'm done." Like they hit up on me.
Good, serves him right.
Yeah, well, press the button. We won't hit up on you. But
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Jeek walked away with a win on 18. Sunk like a clutch. What, like 4-footer?
Yeah,
no, that was like a
5 or 6 footer, probably
5, 6. Yeah,
maybe like a solid
putt.
It was that was a tough putt. I thought mine was going in. Jeek make his. It was a good putt.
Lot of movement on it.
Oh yeah. I was not. Like I was not confident.
A shaky movement.
Yeah. I was not confident standing over that putt for sure. But sunk it. And like honestly, like I wouldn't have even won any. Like I wouldn't have won if I didn't chip in on 16. Like kind of miraculous that I chipped in on that hole, because then I just like wouldn't have won any skins.
Yeah, because then we would have tied 16 probably.
And then I kind of played awful on 17.
And then I would have won. I would have won with my birdie on 17. Or not birdie.
Exactly.
Birdie, my par maybe.
Par on 17,
my par.
Whatever. And I like shit the bed on 17. So like, if I didn't chip in on that hole, like I was done. Because like I hit the ball into the tree and it landed, and I was like, oh, I'm like way short. And then like I had to like punch between like a tree and like a brick wall and like all this stuff, and like punched it into the bunker, and I was like, no, I'm in a bunker. But so then I saw the lie. What do you say?
For the purpose of standings, I get a loss since I had 6 skins. Trevor gets a tie since he had him in second place. You get a win.
Yeah, there's a long way to go for like, because I'm like I went on like I had such a bad streak of golf for a while. I'm literally like 4-7.
It's all about the comeback.
And like Pat has just like a huge lead because he's only been playing against me. So like,
hey, I beat Trevor.
You did beat
me. You did beat Trevor. But I'm just saying, like, you have only been playing against me, and I've been playing like awful golf. Like today on the first like 5 or 6 holes, I had no wedge game, and like I just like couldn't put it together for the first 5 or 6 holes, and then I rallied and got back to it. But like, if I just had wedges for the first 6 holes, I would have ran away with this.
Well, one of these days we're gonna come out and I'm gonna shoot like 71 and like smoke all of you. It'll be the best.
You're gonna shoot 71, give us too many strokes, and one of us is still gonna win like a match.
Yeah, probably.
I'll shoot like a 78 or something. And
yeah, exactly. Or like I'll just have a good day, and then you gave me way too many strokes.
That'd be fun to play with. That'd be fun to play though.
Yeah. So I guess we can move on to adding holes 13 and 14 to our golf course. What did we do last week?
We had part 4 probably this week.
We had the road hole at St. Andrews and Azalea at Augusta, the par 5. So this week we're starting out with par 3. This one is pretty much unanimous from all of us. 17th at Sawgrass.
Yeah, you got to have that hole on their course.
I think there's a part of me that said like that was thought about like, okay, maybe we should do like 12 at Augusta, but we already had
13
the Augusta hole. Yeah. And 2, I feel like 17 at Sawgrass is more like, people know 17 at Sawgrass.
Yeah, if we didn't put that on our list, like 13. That would have been an upset because like I don't need like that hole just has to be there. You have to have the island green on them.
Especially a hole from Sawgrass, you gotta put that hole if anything.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean
it's not even a daunting thing. It's 132,
I think.
Oh, I played it.
It varies.
It's terrifit. Even without the crowd, it's terrifying.
Distance-wise, it's like 132. Like it's a 9-iron for me.
Yeah, I hit 9-iron, but like that green looks so small from where you hit it. You're like how am I supposed to hit this on the green?
Yeah,
it looks so hard.
Yeah, one day we'll
the
play
tee
that
shot's daunting. The distance isn't, and then like on the scorecard, you're like, oh, if say you'd never played TPC or heard of it before, you're like, 130, 132.
Yeah, like why is that hole so short?
No, it's not that easy.
Yeah. Obviously that's unanimous. But hole 14 is up for grabs. It's gonna be a par 4, and we're all gonna bring one to the table and decide which one to add.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I could go. So I like Cypress Point number 17. If you could Google that.
That was like. Yeah, that's
a
one
really
with the trees
sick.
Right?
Ones with the trees in it, and the fairways. Like the tee shot is like, you have to hit it over like the coast to get onto the fairway, and there's a giant group of trees in the middle.
What hole is it?
17. Giant group of trees in the middle. You could go left of the trees, you could go right of the trees, except there's cliff on the right. Like, it's pretty much an island like hole. Like the whole hole is an island.
Oh, that's unreal. Wow.
I think it's like 370 something, 380 something yards, but like just a sick hole with a lot of options.
Have you seen hole 16 there?
Yeah. Is that a par 3?
235 yard par 3. Holy.
Yeah, I wanted to use that hole a couple weeks ago.
Over the water, right?
Yeah.
I'm pulling driver in the wind, probably.
I wanted to use that hole a couple weeks ago, but you shot it down. We went with the We went with the thumbprint.
225 yards over the sea with a stiff wind.
Oh, I saw 235. Whatever, same thing.
I don't know. So I like 17 there though. That's a really cool hole to like too.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
All right, yeah, I like that.
I mean, what were your?
The one I had was hole number 8 at Club de Golf Chapultepec.
Club de Golf Chapultepec. We tried to figure out how to pronounce that when they had the event there. What was the event?
Yeah, that's how I know how to say it. So it's a 525-yard par 4.
Is that the bunker with the devil's anus or whatever, or the devil's bunker?
There's like 2 greens on the right and left, and there's one just short, basically.
What hole is this again?
Hole number 8.
Oh, this is the WGC Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was thinking of something else then. My bad.
That's like such a different hole from what I chose.
I kind of like yours.
All right, you want to hear mine?
Like yours more
yeah,
than mine.
I mean, let's see what Trev's is.
Let's see what
mine was 18th hole at Le Golf National, where they played the Ryder Cup in 2018.
There's some water on the left hand
yeah,
side, right?
The water on the left
Water
and
on
like
the
the
left,
greens
yeah.
like in the front, like it's like all in front of the green. It looks like an island.
It's an island.
It looks so sick.
That is.
It looks so
That
cool.
Those two holes are very similar, or like not similar.
No,
but
they
like,
are. I agree.
They're kind of similar. Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. I saw it I was like looking on Google for
that's
other holes,
another
and
cool hole.
I saw that. I'm like, oh my god.
So the thing is, do we want to go back to back island greens? That's like
that'd be kind
not?
of cool, but I don't know.
I don't know. The other hole is cool too. They're both interesting.
That's tough.
I wish we were doing this live, so we'd just be like, all right, fans, pick that.
Yeah, true.
Little Twitch stream.
Dang, this is hard.
I can't get a picture of it anywhere. I can't find it.
Just Google search. It's literally
I did.
18 like Golf National.
18th hole Le Golf National.
That is a
It's
cool
like
hole.
Le Golf National.
Oh, this is tough.
Mom.
I think Cypress Point has like more options, if that makes sense. Like you could go left of the tree, right of the tree.
It's kind of like that hole at Seminole.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the island green is so sick.
I like Cypress Point being on the coast. I think that's sick, but
I feel like we have so much of that though. We don't have any.
Do we have a lot of coastal holes?
We have that.
I feel like we have a
hole,
lot of linksy course holes. Like
we have that one hole, the
Pebble Beach.
Menai Golf.
Menai.
That's pretty much.
similar.
That's very similar. Like that's like the dogleg right, like very similar to Cypress Point, like on the coast.
I see that.
That's the only thing. Besides that, I love that Cypress Point hole though.
Do we have room
And
for
Pebble.
another? Do we have room for another part 3? Is a real question.
Yeah.
We could
just pull
we
Cypress
do.
Point 16 and then do like Golf National for this hole, and then like later on we choose the like pretty much shot over the coast for 16 because
We could do that. Yeah.
hole. Okay, I like that. So this is number 18 at like Golf National.
18 like Golf National. I like how we're getting national with this too. We have the Hawaii hole, the one in like Montana, Road
We have-
True.
Yeah, we have a lot of. We're all.
We have
over
one
the
in
map.
Utah. We have one in Utah.
Yeah,
We do.
we have 2 in Hawaii actually. I think.
Yeah, because we have the plantation course
Scotland,
too.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Scotland.
And we're going all over the globe for this.
Yeah, I like that.
How far is
This
this
is gonna be
hole?
fun.
That's a real
Ooh.
question.
I just had such a good idea for next week, but I'm not gonna.
Write it down.
Tune in next week and hear Patrick.
Or maybe not. You know what? I'll tease it now. No, I won't. Yep.
Yeah.
I just teased it really bad for you guys. So you got to tune in next week. I'll write in the doc right now. 1 second. I'm holding it.
Hole.
Hole number 1 at thoughts.
I gotta Google it to be honest.
Not special enough.
Oh my god! It was. How do you not remember it?
I should remember it,
of course I remember the hole.
Just in general.
All right, whatever. This is bad radio. They don't even know what we're talking about.
They don't. I don't know, but I like that, but I don't know.
We'll discuss. We'll discuss after. We'll
discuss. Anyway, so yeah, we had 13 is 17th at Sawgrass, and 14 is 18 at Golf National. Yeah. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, and that's just to get official distances: 132 for Sawgrass, 471 for Lake Golf.
471's a beast. That
is a beast,
especially with water.
With the water all down the left side, you cannot hit a draw.
Dude, the par fours in the back are monsters.
Dude, I love that. I actually love. We went back to back island greens. Like when you get to 13, you're like, all right, we're in the home stretch here. We're in the home stretch here, and then you see island green.
You better be dialed in.
The back is tough. Besides 13.
If you had a U.S. Open in this course, winning score would be like 13 over.
Let's go. That's what I want.
So many balls.
I want a grinded out course.
Yeah.
I would have to bring 30 balls to this golf course.
At least.
the amount of water and cliffs that you're going over.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You'd lose so many balls, even like not even losing them just like to water, but like losing them like shrubbery and like I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be fun.
So now
the amount of water is ridiculous.
I'll start with the par 3 of embarrassing moments on the course, considering one kind of happened to me today.
That was my first one too.
Yeah. I mean,
are these
they're not specific ones necessarily.
They don't even have to happen to you.
Or no, you can. It can be specific if you want it to be specific. Like
it can, because right now, to start it off, of the par 3 of embarrassing moments, we're gonna go with just shanking a ball so bad in just right in front of somebody on a different hole, and you have to like wait for them to tee off before you can go.
Yeah, true.
I
hate that.
I was on hole number 8 today, and I had, first of all, I went OB on the tee shot, so wasn't doing myself any favors there. I drop it. I had like
90 yards.
A little over 90. I think because you had 90. So I had like
you had like 100.
100. And I don't know what in me made me pull out 56, because that's a 52 for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just tried to hit a 56 really hard, just get it up in the air, and I just absolutely shanked it so far right that it didn't go in the water that was right there. It went over it, and I had to walk across in front of the other tee box.
Yeah.
It's in front of the seventh.
I can't believe you hit it over there.
The worst part was the guy pointed it out to you. He was like, "Oh, it's right here."
Yeah, and he's like, got lucky there. I was like,
that ball like went over my head. Like I was just standing there like with my ball on the fairway, like waiting, and then I just see a ball go over my head, like just
the hole was like 100. The hole was 100 yards away, and you probably hit like 160 yards.
I was like, where the hell did that ball come from, and how did that not land in the water?
All right, so I'll go second. This didn't happen to me, but it's happened to a guy I know at my club. The 10th hole, it's like a little par 3 downhill, 160 yards.
Right.
And it's like downhill and like a kind of up into like a bank on the right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the clubhouse, the pro shop, and like the bag room and everything like that. And usually there used to be trees there, but now that there aren't anymore, they cut the trees down. One day I finished caddying, and there's a bunch of commotion in front of the clubhouse, and someone shanked it so bad that they broke a window in the pro shop. Like they hit it like not even.
How was that possible?
They hit it. They had to hit it like at least like 60 degrees like to the right, like pretty much like almost like 90-degree shot.
Hey,
like
you know what?
Straight right.
It happened.
And it broke a window in the pro shop, and they didn't even, nobody knew who it was, so they didn't even.
Really?
Yeah, nobody admitted to it apparently.
That's crazy.
So they imagine if that happened in like
I wouldn't want to admit that. Like,
someone's with. Oh, I wouldn't know that. That's terrifying and embarrassing. You have to go up and like be the one and be like, oh, like you're known as the guy. Like, oh, I broke the window at the clubhouse.
Like, there's that like sometimes when you hit a ball really bad, you just kind of like pretend like you didn't hit it. You're like,
I don't know
what.
You take out another one. You take out another one. Like, oh,
my ball's over there. What do you mean ball on the window? My ball's on the green.
If you get caught, you're probably getting kicked out.
I mean,
I don't know about kicked out, but yeah, it's like
you're getting reprimanded for sure.
Yeah, it's not if you're not admitting to it, it's not. It's really
I mean, I would have to admit it because I just play such unique golf balls that I don't play I literally have I have balls of like
I know.
Have your dad's
people send my dad balls like from their company or something like that. So I just have like company logos all over my balls. Like I'm definitely the only one at the club that's using that, unless of course somebody went and picked up my ball and is like playing it, because like that definitely has happened before. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the first tee shot. When you just like you're sitting at the first tee, there's a bunch of people around, and you just absolutely shank it, like first tee jitters, whatever. Just top it.
I feel like topping it's worse.
I've done that plenty of times, like a ton, because there's no driving, especially because there's no driving range at our club. Like I get to the first tee and I'm not loose at all, and like a lot of the times I hit it really bad.
Yeah, first practice swing today, every single bone in my back cracked.
Yeah,
all of it.
And that's just not a good feeling when you get up to the first tee and you're just not ready, like to hit, and just like whatever, you top it. Another one I'll say is like when you're like waiting at a tee box or just like waiting at any hole, and you're like just like talking or whatever, and you just say something that's like kind of or like, you know, not embarrassing, but just like you're just like speaking a little too loud, and somebody just like rolls up behind you in a cart, like, and they definitely heard exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I can't really reveal what I said. I don't know if it's ready for the podcast, but yeah, this happened the other week with you, me, and other Trevor.
And like you're like, gosh, I hope he did not hear that. Like, and we talk about some weird stuff sometimes. Yeah, I was like, oh, he definitely heard that.
Oh, there's one that I can talk about when that happened to me though. I was like, I think I was talking about like Zac Efron or something. I was like, hell yeah, Zac Efron's like the fucking dude.
Oh no, you were talking to me. We were like walking through that like little. We were walking through something, and you said something that was like, you said something that was obviously like sarcastic.
I was like, you know what? I love me a good romantic comedy.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. And we were just like walking past a group of guys, and then everybody just like looking at
like,
you.
This is the weirdest group ever. Like weirdest guy. Like who is this guy?
Well, I think both have happened, to be honest. So I'm all over the map usually during a round. So
like for some reason, when you always like say it when there's people walking past us, like I don't know why, you just like don't realize.
My spatial awareness on the course is not ideal.
All right, so I'll go with my second one. This one's like might be my worst fear on the golf course, and it's happened to me a couple times. When you especially relevant in like tournaments, because like that's like when it really matters. You hit a ball and you think you know where it is, and you go look for it, can't find it, and especially in a tournament, and you have to run all the way back to the tee where the group is waiting on the tee to hit, and you have to run all the way back, hit a tee shot in front of them, and then run all the way back to where the ball was. You hit. It is
I can't relate,
and so embarrassing that you can't find what.
I can't relate because I don't play in tournaments.
Yeah, that's why you hit a
one day you'll understand. Like it's like I did that. I had that one. I have a story one time, and it was I might have said the story in the pod, but I was playing like an inter club tournament at my club, and I hit it right on a hole on 14, like a downhill par 4, and these people on 16 like were right by where my ball was, I thought, and they hit a ball, and I went up to them like I couldn't find my ball, and I went up to them like, did you happen to hit my ball? And they're like no, like this girl's like we didn't hit your ball, and like they're being so mean to me, and I had to run back up to the tee and hit a tee shot in front of these all these like kids I didn't know, and I was like 13 at the time. I'm like, this is the most embarrassing thing ever. And we cross paths, like these people are in the hole like next to me, or the fairway of like the 16th hole. I'm on 16th hole. I'm like, this is my ball. You hit my ball, and like that hole is like, no, you didn't. That's my ball. I'm like, oh my god, like fine. Yeah. They're being terrible, but moral of the story is like hit a provisional ball off the tee, because if you don't, then it's not going to look good when you have to sprint back to the tee and be out of breath by the time you get back to the rest of the group.
I don't know if
you're holding everyone up. It's not fun.
I don't know if this has happened to me. Maybe it did at like the very beginning, but like this also happened to somebody else the other day during our round with our fathers. This woman like just shanked the ball like to the left, like near our green, and went to
she
like
didn't
go.
She wasn't even. Wait, hold up. She wasn't even the one who shanked it. It was like her brother who shanked it, but she went.
It was
to
like her
retrieve.
brother. Okay, so she went to retrieve it.
Yeah, he made her retrieve it.
So she gets the ball. We're like, oh, it's right there. She's like, oh, okay. She picks it up, and then she like is going behind the green and just picks up a random ball and just starts walking off. And it wasn't a random ball. And I'm just like, do you happen to pick up a ball back here? And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, that's mine. She's like picked up a ball like that was like really like just barely off the.
That's
green.
like the worst feeling in the world. You watch someone like pick up like a ball like where yours might be, and she's like they look at her and they're like and they put it in their pocket and they walk away.
That was my ball.
They're like, oh shit.
But like if that happened to me, like say because I remember the other week I shanked a ball into somebody else's fairway, and I thought this ball was mine, and I stepped up to it, I was about to hit it, I go, that's not my ball. Oh my god! And I just like if I hit it, that would have been such a nightmare. Because it was like a Pro V1 too. I wasn't playing a Pro V1. I was playing like a
later on in that round. Like I saw the lady pick up a ball kind of near like I didn't really know where my ball was, but like I knew it was in that general direction. I saw her pick up a ball, and I was like, wait, is like what kind of a ball is that? Because like once you pick up one ball, like you just lose all like
you lose your right.
Yeah, you lose your right to like.
Yeah.
Like I just assumed that she picked up my ball, but she obviously didn't. My ball was like.
But yeah, if I ever did that, I mean, like I'm sure I have maybe like when I was like really little or something, but like it's not a good feeling. I bet it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then my last one. This one's pretty specific. Having a few too many adult beverages. And having to pick up on the 18th hole because you just can't get out of a bunker at a very prestigious golf course.
There was a big lighthouse at that golf course if you want to...
Yes, and there is a PGA Tour event played there.
I forgot about that.
It was more just like... One, I wasn't good at golf.
Too. The caddy in the group.
Yeah, the caddy was like the caddy like just didn't like care. Like he was just like, is he okay over there? Like he still hasn't gotten out of the bunker.
I wasn't actually that bad. Like literally, I was just like trying to get out of this bunker. One, I was bad at golf. Two,
I'm pretty sure he was like I'm pretty sure he was like, Pat, you gonna pick up or like or what?
Yeah, no, he was saying to hurry up. The caddy was saying to hurry up. Let's hurry up around here.
When he said that, I was only on my seventh shot or sixth shot.
only.
Yeah, I mean, sure. There was a group behind us, but I was just like, all right, whatever, I don't care. At that point, I had not a care in the world.
I was gonna say for my last one, I was gonna say like, oh, like you're stuck in a bunker, like
and you just can't get out.
You can't get out. It was a lot of fun.
Happens.
But I'll go with something similar to that. You're playing like you're like kind of like again like a tournament kind of feel, and you keep going back, like you're short of the green, you're over the green, you chip in front of the green, you chip in front of the green to back over the green, like keep going back.
People are playing tennis when you're playing tennis. Yeah,
people are waiting to putt, and you just keep going back and forth, and you're walking back and forth. And by the end of it, you're like speed walking between shots, like you're not even taking your time, and you're just like
at what point do you just like take out a putter and just give it like a Texas wedge? Like
you're like fuck it, I'm just gonna like whack it as hard as I can with a putter. It's like 50 yards down the hill or something like that. Yeah. That's not a good feeling, especially when they're playing with like buddies or even any situation. It's not fun.
Okay, my last one, just because it happens to me a lot. When you like hit your ball and you just completely lose it off of the club face, and it's literally going like right at somebody, and you just don't yell for because you just don't know where the ball is.
This happens to Jeek a lot.
This happens to me a lot. I like literally don't track my ball when I hit bad shots. So like my ball could like literally be aiming for somebody's head, and I just have like no clue where it is, and I'm like just like.
And I'm like looking at a ball flight, and I'm like looking at Jeek. I'm like that's like gonna hit that guy, or that's gonna hit that woman who's.
And I'm just like, where is it?
Just isn't saying anything. I'm just like, all right, I have to yell for.
Like at the end, I'm like, was that left or right? Like where was that?
I'm like, are you serious?
Like, yep, I did not see that.
You're way right, hitting that lady walking on the sidewalk.
It's like, oh, so it's left.
Yeah.
All right, any honorable mentions?
Trying to think.
I honestly didn't think.
I feel like a big one is like if you have a really like like angry outburst on like the course, and like you throw a club, and like someone like say like you're like if like it's happened to me like like when I was younger I threw a club at one point. My dad was watching, and, like he like scolded me on the course, and it was like really embarrassing in front of like my friends or something like that. But that'd be embarrassing. Or like if you're playing a match and like your coach is like I put like kids have played like I play with kids in like matches and, like they've like freaked out in the course, and like their coach comes over and like yells at them or something like that. It's like okay, like,
what I was gonna say, because like we kind of like touched upon this a couple weeks ago, but like when you're hitting like a playthrough shot, like when you're like playing through somebody and you just like hit the worst shot ever on the playthrough.
Yeah, if you're playing bad,
hardest shot in golf.
Yeah, that's what the guy says it really every time. Shot in
golf. Also, this is more like a hypothetical, but like, say you're playing with like your girlfriend's dad for the first time, and you just play just terribly. That would be not ideal.
Yeah, that's tough.
No, it would not. And he's telling you like, all right, like it's like all right, just pick it up. You're good. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Imagine like
okay. Honestly, it's a big like now, when you play with somebody for the first time. It's like a big like you're like, oh wow, like you're either like he sucked or he was good.
Imagine Trevor like you're like a 2-3 handicap or whatever it is. Imagine like he asks you your handicap, you're like, oh, like a 2 or 3, and he's like, oh, I'm a 9. Like you'll be giving me plenty of strokes, and he just absolutely dusts you and outscores.
Yeah, I should like 90. I should like 90. I should like 90. I'll lose a match. I'll lose like $20 in the match, and like 14 or something like that. And that'd be embarrassing. That'd be really
I always give people like false like expectations when I play with them for the first time too, because like I remember I played with my friends at school for the first time, and I absolutely roasted a driver on the first hole at like one of the places we played, and like wow, he's like sick at golf, and I'm like, guys, like hold up, and like I go ahead to like duff the chip shot and like 4-putt or something. I was like, I'm not that good.
Yeah,
I feel like the girlfriend, putting the girlfriend's like parents or dad or something like that. Like that's like one of like the situations where you have to like impress, like you have to play well in like this situation. Like, and there's so much pressure to do that. Like it's tough.
Also, yeah, because like I played with my friend and his dad. No, my friend and his brother, in Nantucket like 2 summers ago. And like, first of all, I wasn't great at golf, but they were like. But they knew like I played a lot, so like they were expecting a lot, and they weren't very good. And I was using like these like clubs, his dad's clubs. His dad's like 6'7". I was using these like bladed irons from like 1980, and I just could not hit a ball straight.
You like, might as well have been hitting like left-handed clubs,
like literally. And they were just like, they beat me, and they were like, "Wow, you're not that good." I was like, I swear I'm better than this. I swear. But you can't say anything. Like there's no reasoning. There's no reason.
Like you're gonna blame the clubs. Like don't blame the clubs.
Performance.
You can't make any excuse because like I was there and roast you for it.
That's what he was saying. He was like, "Oh, dude, you can't blame the clubs." I'm like, in this case, you can. Like these are like literally the size of my whole entire leg. No, wait. Clubs are bigger than that anyway.
Yeah,
up to like, yeah,
they're like up to my shoulder, and like, not actually, but and like they're bladed. Like there's no way I can hit these.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I don't know. I think that's kind of it for me.
Yeah, that's about it for the embarrassing moments. Obviously, we have a lot of embarrassing moments.
That happens like every time we play golf. So
it happened naturally.
They do. So yeah, we have the match this Sunday. Any final predictions before we get out of here?
I think Tiger and Peyton take it in a playoff.
I think Phil and Brady take it in the playoffs.
Ooh. I think it just goes to a playoff because it seems like all these damn matches go to a playoff.
That's exactly why I said playoff.
Yeah.
Every single one is gone. I mean, all 2 of them.
I want to see Brady and Peyton grinding putts. I want to see intensity along with jokes. I want to see intensity.
I want to see a prop bet that says, "Will this go to like a playoff or whatever?" And
yes,
I bet it.
Hopefully, it's not as bad as the last 2 playoffs we've had. One with like the parking lot hole, and one with a closest to the pin.
Yeah.
It should not.
Hopefully this time they have better, plans for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, head over to Charlotte's Web CBD. Help the boys out. promo code PINHIGH, 15% off. Sleep well. We'll see you next week.